Andrew Mountbatten-Windsor's relationship with the royal family appears to have been far worse than many people realised. According to a royal commentator, there was one senior royal who reportedly refused to speak to Andrew long before the scandals that eventually brought about his dramatic downfall. Not after the headlines, not after the investigations, long before any of that became public. That royal, according to claims discussed on a recent royal podcast, was Princess Catherine. Today we're looking at those claims, what royal insiders have said about Andrew's standing within the family, how his relationship with senior royals reportedly deteriorated over the years, and why some believe Prince William and Princess Catherine played an important role in the decisions that ultimately left Andrew stripped of his royal titles, removed from Royal Lodge, and living a very different life at Marsh Farm on the Sandringham Estate. For decades, Andrew was considered one of the most prominent members of the royal family. As the late Queen Elizabeth II's second son, he enjoyed a position that gave him access to royal privileges, military honours, prestigious residences, and a prominent public role. Many royal watchers will remember a time when Andrew was regularly appearing at royal engagements, state events, overseas tours, and major family celebrations. That reality could not look more different today. In recent years, Andrew has experienced what many commentators describe as one of the most dramatic falls from grace in modern royal history. The controversies surrounding his friendship with Jeffrey Epstein created enormous difficulties for both Andrew and the monarchy. Questions intensified after it became known that Andrew had remained in contact with Epstein even after the financier had already been convicted and sentenced. Andrew has consistently denied wrongdoing and denied accusations made against him. Even so, the damage to his public image proved severe. What is now emerging, however, is the suggestion that tensions inside the royal family may have existed long before the scandals became front-page news. During a recent episode of the Royals Uncensored podcast, American columnist and Daily Mail contributor Maureen Callahan discussed claims she said originated from royal author Andrew Lownie, the writer behind the book entitled. According to Callahan, Lownie told her that Princess Catherine reportedly would not speak to Andrew, not only at public events, not only when cameras were present, but allegedly in private family settings as well. The claim immediately caught the attention of royal watchers, because Catherine is generally known for maintaining a diplomatic and measured approach when dealing with family matters. Over the years, she has built a reputation as one of the least controversial members of the royal family. She rarely speaks publicly about family disputes and is widely viewed as someone who avoids conflict whenever possible. That is precisely why this claim has generated so much discussion. If true, it would suggest Catherine's concerns about Andrew existed years before the public controversies reached their peak. The exact circumstances behind the reported breakdown in communication remain unclear. Neither Princess Catherine nor Kensington Palace has publicly commented on the claim. Kensington Palace was reportedly contacted for comment following the podcast discussion. What makes the allegation particularly interesting is that it aligns with broader reports that the Prince and Princess of Wales preferred to keep their distance from Andrew long before many of the most damaging headlines emerged. Over the years, royal commentators have repeatedly suggested that Prince William viewed Andrew as a reputational problem for the monarchy. William has spent much of his adult life preparing for the future of the institution. As heir to the throne after King Charles, many observers believe he has been particularly focused on protecting the monarchy's long-term credibility. As concerns surrounding Andrew continued to grow, reports increasingly suggested that William favoured decisive action. Those reports became even more significant after Andrew's royal role began to unravel. One of the biggest turning points came when Andrew lost his military affiliations and royal patronages. For someone who had spent decades building his identity around royal service and military connections, losing those positions represented a major shift. Then came another significant development. If you've been following the story for some time, you know that Andrew eventually, reluctantly, left Royal Lodge, the Windsor property he lived in for many years. Royal Lodge had become one of the most talked about aspects of Andrew's future. Questions circulated for months about whether he would remain there, who would pay for its upkeep, and whether pressure was being applied for him to relocate. Ultimately, Andrew left the property. According to reports referenced by royal commentators, he is now living at Marsh Farm, a farmhouse located on King Charles's private Sandringham Estate. Now, if the reports discussed by Maureen Callahan are accurate, Catherine's reported refusal to engage with Andrew would suggest concerns existed behind palace walls long before the public reached the same conclusions. It would also reinforce the widely reported view that William and Catherine have taken a firm position regarding Andrew's place within the monarchy. Neither William nor Catherine has publicly discussed Andrew in detail. That silence has become notable in itself. Instead of public criticism, the strategy appears to have been distance. Whether more details emerge remains to be seen. For now, Andrew continues to live a largely private life away from the public spotlight, while senior members of the royal family focus on moving the monarchy forward. If these latest claims are accurate, some members of the royal family may have seen trouble coming long before the rest of the world did. What do you think? Do you believe Princess Catherine had concerns about Andrew years before the public scandals emerged? Or do you think these reports are being overstated? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoy royal news and the latest developments surrounding the royal family, don't forget to subscribe before you go.